Welcome everybody, it's tractorchute here, and it's time to start our night off with some Master versus Master adventure to GrandMaster. In the upper left hand corner, it is Nexius, the man we are following, playing as the red Protoss. In the lower right hand corner, it is his opponent known as TopO, not Stevo. This is TopO. It is a standard cross-spawn map from the upper left to the bottom right on Balshir Vestige. Very nice map, but it's a big son of a gun, I'll tell you that right now here. Take a look at the good old APM to start this baby off. Why not? You see the Overlord is going to scout out there for a good man of TopO. In the meantime there, it looks like Nexius is going to go elect to put the pylon in the back of the middle line there. Hey, why not? It's a little PVZ. Usually a good location for it there. Hey, look at the good old proto tab. We can see it's not an early pull by no means out of the opponent this time. And we are just going to chrono boost the heck out of our probes. Looks like Nexius may have a plan. We are a minute and a half in, still not moving out to build anything. Imagine the gateway's going to at least come down pretty soon here. So definitely no early scout anyways, but TopO's going to head across still with the Overlord. Send the other one out as well. He's not going to scout with the drone as of yet. I have to imagine we are going to see a hatch first. Pretty standard opening here. Might even see a early starport come out of Nexius here, depending on how he wants to open against the turret. Looks like a Forge Fast expand though, or might give him the option of some sort of cannon contain or cannon pressure on the hatch. On the expansion, of course, there, which is pretty typical in any PVZ game. So we'll soon find out whether or not TopO wants to make that expansion. He's got his Overlords going over. This drone's checking for cheese. Very good option, especially when playing against any sort of Protoss unit. So I do like to see that early scout in the back corners of his base. There we go. Nexius does get down there. He attacks the plates for the bricks for a little while there. I have to imagine maybe he's trying to time the hatchery a little better. Realize he was a little bit early getting to the party there. Nice stop. Beauty, Nexius. Playing like the man so far here. Very good delay happening here. Calls him a noob. Some people are confused with noob and cheese and the stupidest comments, you know. Like, how is that a noob? It's a very good delay. He's probably going to cancel the pylon. He might actually let it finish. I'm not entirely sure what his choice is. Looks like he is going to let it finish there. So it's not a noob move by no means. I mean, forces you to either plant your natural on a third location. I think Nexius is pissed over being called a noob. I think he was pissed over that. Now he's being a bit of an ass. Oh, he is forcing the dogs down here. Nexius is happy. I like it, you know. I think that noob comment's what pissed him off here to do this. Not to say this isn't going to work for him. There's a couple cancels. Got the cannon coming down here. He's actually going to get the cannon out. He's going to end up losing a pylon. Makes a bunch more pylons around it. Good wall off on there. He's going to, yeah, of course, he's going to come down the other end. Hope he can get into his opponent's base. Nexius, in the meantime, there has the cannons going in the background. They'll definitely defend this pretty easily. So, very good move. I love it. Love the response he had to that noob comment. And once again, I don't consider everybody's going to do that. You know, not everybody, but the majority of people, they're going to delay it some portion. I think Nexius maybe took it a little bit exaggeration on it, but either way, hey, whatever works, my good man. That will at least delay that. A little bit surprised his opponent hasn't played normal and at least planned it. No, he's actually going to be a little bit of an ass himself. He's going to go proxy hatch. Not a bad move, knowing your opponent's wasted a bunch of might down there, but at the same time, Nexius can cannon this off quite easily. It will take a lot of dogs to get in there. I'd imagine some more cannons are going to come down here, maybe one or two in the mineral line. I'm not too sure how he wants to handle this. Forces to cancel in that cannon here. Opponent realizes he's going to need quite a few more dogs out, but like I said, that's why he's got the proxy hatch out here. So it should get pretty interesting here. Nexius continuing to scout around here, making sure that his opponent hasn't expanded like he should have in a third location. Probably would have been the smart move, but he's going to like to try and get in this way. I don't know if this is going to work for him so well here. He is going to take out an assimilator. At the same time, Nexius doesn't really need the gas, but I'd imagine might need it in a little bit once the cyber core does get out, but at the same time, he's going to have high enough gas count at that point. He's going to plant down another cannon. I imagine the dogs are going to go over to that cannon pretty damn quick here. They're going to have to do something. They might have enough to get on the outside of it without being attacked, but the Zealot's out now. Nexius should have this defended, but once his proxy ends up going down here for the proxy hatch, could be an interesting story to see what's going to end up happening. At the same time, is that the queen? No, not the queen. That's actually an Overlord. He did bring the queen down here for a couple seconds. Not entirely sure why. Maybe thought maybe he'd bring the queen across the map. Has some more dogs. He's really going to look to go bounce dogs, which is probably the best maneuver here. I still think best maneuver would have been to expand in the third, but will be a pretty decent maneuver to put a lot of pressure on Nexius early with a mass amount of dogs. Look to get them the speed upgrade as well, I'd have to imagine. Maybe not. Okay, there you go. I'm wrong again. Like I say, I don't play in this high league. Maybe it's a dumb idea. I'm not too sure. Nexius gets the wall off, has the Zealots there. Oh, maybe a little bit mispositioned. Opponent select to attack this. He's going to get eaten alive. He's going to lose a lot of dogs to these zealots here. Mothership core out now. Now the mothership core is out. I'm going to have to say that's about it as far as this proxy hatch goes. It's not going to work out overly well. Cannon coming in the background as well. Once that goes down, there's the full wall off. Opponent's in a little bit of trouble now. He's going to be behind, of course, having a wasted money down here in the proxy hatch. At the same time, Nexius just playing his standard game. Now he's got the wall off with the cannon and the... he's also got one more coming as well there. Yeah, should easily be defended now. Second pylon down as well. Should be looking pretty good here. He's going to end up proxying out a sentry as well. Just make sure in case he needs the force field. So very well done there. And with that mothership core at the front gate, he's going to go right into a robo. Should be looking good. He's going to try and push through with some roaches here. Second cannon might be finishing just in time for him here. Might end up losing one of the cannons here. Second cannon down now. Is he actually going to lose that first cannon? I'm not too sure. It's going to be very, very close. Actually, will end up losing it. Oh, very good job. Opponent takes out one. Doesn't really do him any good. Big waste of money here. Tried to bring the queen up there at her 2-mile-an-hour pace. Has to get out of there with the mothership core. And he's just going to continue the push now. Let's see what the opponent... He's continuing with the roaches. He really wants to put this pressure on as he realizes he hasn't expanded. He's pretty much one base push here. It's pretty much an all-in or nothing for him at this point. Nexius is catching up awfully fast, especially when that robo gets down. He gets an immortal or two out. That should pretty much be game. Bringing the queens up as well here. Only has the one cannon up there. Puts the force field down there. Very good force field. Will enable to take out a few of these roaches anyways. Has a little bit of vision on the high ground. And that vision could disappear, but we'll lose a cannon. Nexius needs to get a couple stalkers out here. Needs some help. There we go. Time to start chrono boosting this in here. We're going to see a lot of zealots coming in, or a lot of roaches coming in here. Here we go. Queens are coming up here. He's really looking to punish Nexius. Nothing's going to make him feel better than putting Nexius out of the game after that that little bit of sick harass at the other end there. And there's the photon overcharge. That's definitely going to help a lot. Going to lose a roach to the photon overcharge, it looks like here. There goes one roach. Queen's going to go next here. He's looking at beating at the gates that aren't even powered. Not entirely sure that's the best use of his roaches at this point in time. Might really want to start pressuring this cannon right here. There's power in the mortal that just got out. Now that the immortal's out, he's going to be in a little bit of trouble. Especially with that photon overcharge. Does he have enough for another photon overcharge? Not yet. No, he's still got a ways to go before he can get that there. Mortal's going to get in there. Good force field on the ramp there. We'll end up getting a couple more roach kills. He's got a lot more roaches at the bottom. This is actually going to be pretty tough for Nexius. Does trap the queen up there. Very good kill there. And he's got enough to at least force field himself for a little while here until he gets the second immortal, which he's going to be really deadly at that point in time there. Especially if he can get some zealots on the front line of that immortal there. So here we go. He is in position now. He's actually going to look to go out and actually kill that proxy hatch. Don't think that's the best maneuver. Nope. So he does come right back up. Second immortal gets out here. Now he's got the mothership core coming in the gang here. Might have a chance. He did expand at the same time. Good expand. A lot of people don't do that when you're being pressured. Very good job by Nexius on that. Then he's actually looking to go spine crawler. Yes, it is spine crawler as well. So he's looking to really pressure Nexius. Now, probably doesn't know the Nexius has a second base that's going up now. Definitely would want to get some intel on that. At the same time, he still hasn't expanded. Still one base in the heck out of this here. Really hoping this works for him because he's pretty much put enough money into this to where this is almost an all-in for him. He could technically expand out of this, but he'd have to do it pretty damn quick at this point here. Nexius now getting in a nice old stalker to help this army out. Plus, he's getting his ground level 1 upgrades as well. He's going to look to try and get in here. He's trying to force the army. He wants to get an idea what kind of army he has. Tries to pull him back. Now he's got the spine car out. It's definitely going to help him a lot. He'll start to move them into position, I'd have to imagine. Nexius, to meantime, I guess he's got 3 immortals out now, so that's quite a bit of immortals here. He's got a lot of pressure he could put on him here. And he's going to have enough for the photon overcharge. So he's going to have enough to easily defend this while he macros the heck out of this. Oh, look at this. Did you see what just happened? It was a mass recall to the other base. Might look to sneak into his opponent's main. He's got nothing in his base now. Oh, well, even warped out his entire probe count. Very interesting move by Nexius. I like it. Creative. Very, very creative. He's going to go put a ton of pressure on his opponent. Might turn into a base race, but the opponent has no idea this base is even in there. And he's not moving in. He has no idea he can walk right up the ramp now. Oh, this is going to be big trouble. Once he sees the army down here, I imagine he's going to go for the base race. There they go. They're going to ignore that expansion. Really no point taking it out, but they might end up shooting it on the way. There they go. Roaches have seen the army is up here, so they must be wondering where he ended up getting out of the base here. He's just going to go right into the main base here, and with the opponent only just getting the hatchery down here, that's going to be it. He's not going to be able to do anything. He's got one hatchery at the other end. Probably won't be able to rebuild off it. Now he's putting the pressure on. Folks is firing down the hatchery. Once he takes this out, opponent's going to be in a lot of trouble. Spinecrawler is trying to do a lot of damage. Immortals are just going to work there. He thinks this is a base race here. He's trying to get out with a lot of his drones here. Most of them should get shot down. Not quite as you would think. They're focusing down the Spinecrawler, so it gets a lot of those drones out of there. And they do cancel the hatchery. They're looking to go basically start mining up here now. So might have a little bit of a switch of bases here. And he's just going to continue killing all Nexius' buildings here. Hopefully Nexius can get up there and start taking this out. Otherwise, he might be in a bit of trouble, especially if the opponent can get that many drones down there and start mining one more time. Start getting his spawning pool out, of course. He will be starting from scratch on that. But opponent doing really good now. These guys are actually fairly even. Take a look at the good old unit tab here. You can see he has 18 roaches to 3 immortals and 3 stalkers. Also had a couple queens to support that as well. He's going to try and pressure his way up there. Those immortals are definitely going to be a hard counter on those roaches here. We'll soon find out. They're kind of long distance mining, but whatever works for you, I guess. Also has himself down a couple of those good old spine cores to help this out here. Should be very interesting. Nexius, where is he going here? I think he's trying to figure out where his opponent expanded. You're not realizing he's sitting right beside his base, mining the heck out of it here. So he's going to go to work here. We'll finish off the rest of Nexius' buildings. Nexius could be in a lot of trouble here. He's going to go, now he finally realized it. He's going to go up towards where the proxy hatch is. At the very least, he knows there's something up there to start taking out. And there we go. Does sit on the Naga Tower for a couple seconds. See, there's nothing in the middle. He will continue to push his way up here. Don't know if it's going to be off the 19 roaches. That's a lot of roaches to overcome here. But at the same time, he does have quite a bit of immortals here, so they should definitely help with the 3 immortals. And here we go. Going to go to work on a lot of those peasants here. Sees a bunch of buildings. Oh, very good. Force fields there. Enables him to kill off one of the spine crawlers. The other one does get canceled. We'll take out the proxy hatchery here. Other hatchery has finished. He still has no spawning pool. Can't build anything right now, really. Actually, did Nexius take out? No, he didn't. So the opponent could still continue to build roaches and can continue to build his good old dogs as well here. So Nexius does get chased out a little bit. At least he knows where his opponent is, or at least has to realize that he is sitting there. We are taking out something and must be taking out larva there. Yes, he is taking out the larva. Nexius in the meantime there, is he going to rebuild it all? Yes, he is. Does have a robo down there. Another immortal out at the other end there. Very good job getting that robo out before he lost his cyber core. Half decent job there. Is getting a couple gateways down here as well. So we'll get a couple gateways to get into stalkers with the robo bay. And he's got his army right up here. Like I said, that's a ton of roaches. Good force field is what he is going to need here. Otherwise, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. There's one force field goes down. There's a few more to split this army off. Very good split. We'll continue to beat down this army. And queen also caught out of position there. So does end up losing another queen. Takes out a few roaches there. He's down to 1 queen now. Nexius, in the meantime, does the mass recall. Opponent has no idea where Nexius' base is at this point. Nexius has expanded at the same time. Very good expand there. Like I say, not taking out these buildings is definitely going to hurt. Speedlings are going to hit the map pretty quick here. No upgrades for the roaches as of yet. But at the same time, he's pretty healthy up here. Got 15 miners. Not going for a bunch of gas yet. He does have a ton of gas sitting in the bank. And he's going to go up here and finish off the simulator and expand at the same time. Of course, he will see that with the simulator position that he is expanding right into his main here. And we're actually going to turn this right into a game. Something we thought was going to end early might actually turn into a bit of a macro game now. So we are going to kick it for a little bit here while each of these guys do decide to build their armies up here. If we take a look here, I do believe the upgrade count should be sitting at 1. Yes, he did manage to get that upgrade out before his forge ended up going down here. Is looking to get down a Colossi now, and with those 5 immortals on the front line, this could be a lot of damage going down here, especially if he gets that range upgrade, which he's chrono boosting the heck out of here for his Colossus. And he's going to do a little bit of a probe transfer, so he can get a little bit more mining going on. A couple of those good old gateways, so he can warp in a couple more stalkers to help support this army, or maybe some zealots for the front line. Not too sure which would be his best option at this point. Opponent, in the meantime, is looking. It is pressure time for the opponent. Speedlings are the majority of his army, though. With that Colossi sitting in the back, it's definitely going to melt those very, very quickly here. Here he goes. Does coax him in a little bit. So now the opponent does realize that there is a Colossi on the map, and he's going to try his best here. Oh, and here we go. Colossi going to work there. All those dogs are going to go down very, very quickly. Good force fields to keep those roaches out of there. Oh, and his opponent's had enough. He sees the army, seen how well built up Nexius was, realizes there's probably nothing he could do. So my congrats go to you, Nexius. My condolences to you, TopO. You gave it your all, my good man. Leaving you with this. If a fire ain't what you need, then I have no idea why you haven't mowed your lawn yet. You be good. Don't hurt nobody. Peace.